I don't know what happened there, guys. We were popping. The comments were going good. Everything. Thank you, Nate, for letting me know. That way I was able to jump out back in. Usually I could restart on the same link. I screwed that up. That was on my fault. Usually with computer stuff, it's on the user. That was on me. I was not supposed to click when it froze like that. I clicked end stream because I thought that that gives me the option, but it doesn't. I should have left it alone and then went up in the corner, reconnected. Give you guys a few minutes to come back. Awesome, Nate. You're back. Thank you for the like, buddy. So far, only Nate in here. I hope everybody makes it over. Actually, you know what? What I can do here is maybe I can put the link for this stream into the old one. So give me one sec, guys. I'm just going to try to link this stream to the old one. We'll send this to my phone. Okay, good. There's a lot of you are back. Just doing something here, guys, to help others find the stream again. Okay. Okay, paste. Emailing myself the link. Okay. Get out of here. Okay, sorry about this, guys. Just fixing up. I thought that we had that shit behind us. I'm gonna go through the router again. It was working. I had it working. Maybe I just gotta reboot it because usually I reboot the router once a month, but maybe this takes a lot more. You know. Okay. Now I got it. Sorry, I'm just cutting and pasting the link over for people that might have. There we go. Copy link. Okay, there we go. I put the link in here. Okay. There we go. So now we should be okay. Hopefully it's still running here. We haven't had that happen for a while, but me not getting the stream reconnected to the same one, that's on me. So I apologize about that. Now I know not to do that way. I do it the other way. So anyway, we were just talking about how awesome the Authentics chargers are. And answering Luigi's question about the Cooter's Place car. And I think that if he doesn't have a General Lee and can get a Cooter's Place one for a reasonable price, it's not a bad option. I think they come with, I think you have to apply the flag decal to that. I'm not 100% positive. I'm trying to remember. But either way, it does come with all the decals either installed or not installed. Got a cool looking box, I will say that as well for that car. Yeah, anybody new? Anybody still wondering? The Auto World Silver Screen Machines, one of 18. If you just gotta have the best of the best for one of 18, that's the guy. Right there. But obviously you get what you can afford, and like I said, you guys seen how I got mine. I paid $100 for the car. The car was mint, and then 2 years later, I got a box. I paid $50 for the box, but worth every penny. I'll tell you that much. Okay, just checking comments here, guys, and thank you everybody for returning. There's 12 of you here, 4 likes. Everybody smash like for me. And sorry about that inconvenience with the stream crashing there. That sucks, actually. Okay, just getting into comments for you guys. Okay, this says I'm live. I guess that's how it looks, when I'm live. Okay. Okay, we're back. Alrighty. Centennial Night Scalper is totally up. You know what? That could be her outside climbing up the friggin' pole outside. Never even thought of that. That could be her screwing up our live streams. Oh, you want to know the top 3 Hot Wheels Elite cars, in my opinion? Oh, Eddie Sawyer. Okay, 1 second model car vault. And Nate, yeah, I think you're right. You do have to apply the decals. Not a big deal. It's easy to do nowadays. Eddie Sawyer's just bought a 118 Artisan Collection, 1975 Coronet Hazard County Sheriff. Oh, awesome. You know what? I'm going to tell you this, Eddie. So I always preach about Auto World Silver Screen machine cars, okay? I say they're the best, they're awesome, this and that. You know what my favorite cooler car is? Or not cooler, who were you saying? It was Roscoe, right? You were talking about? Yeah, Roscoe. You know who my favorite Roscoe car is? The Artisan one. Not the Auto World Silver Screen Machines one. The Artisan is my favorite, and we actually have it here. We did an unboxing or something on it not long ago. Reason that one's my favorite is because the hood doesn't open, but I don't care. It's a cop car. But when I think about Roscoe, I think about that car. I don't think about the bigger Dodge Monaco, whatever it was they were driving. I think about the Artisan car when I think about Roscoe. So when the day comes and I get a Roscoe car, that's the car I'm getting. It's going to be the Artisan one. Now, would I turn down an Auto World one if I see it for super cheap, like the Ecto one? Hell no. I'll still buy it. But my first choice, and I know people are going to think I'm nuts, but it's just personal preference because what I remember Roscoe driving, that Artisan one is my favorite, actually. And I've said it in video. I'm not just saying that because you just got one, my friend. Anyone bought the Cooters tow truck? That's not a bad deal, Luigi. That's not a bad deal at all. And I might have seen the one that you're talking about, actually, but that's not a bad deal at all. That's something that I might have pulled the trigger on if it was closer to my area or something. So 150 for one of those, I don't think is terrible. I've never unboxed one, but I think they look great in the pictures that I've seen of Cooter's tow truck. So 150 for one of those personally, I would pay it. And aren't those Artisan? Because Artisan, yeah, they are Artisan, I believe. The good thing about Artisan, or most of them, is when it says limited production on the box, they really are limited production. That's why you don't see, for example, too many, the National Lampoons, the Family Truckster. Yeah, they made it. Greenlight Artisan. You don't see many of them online for sale. And when you do, they're pricey. There's one on Marketplace right now for $325. The Greenlight Artisan Family Truckster, the National Lampoon's Vacation. I don't think that's a bad price because usually when I see them, they're usually north of $400. So $325, that's a good deal. But to me, that's a good deal, and that's been sitting on there for a few weeks. So, like I mentioned before, there's actually a price point where people, no matter how cool the item is, people are going to start saying that's too much for that. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, I want really bad, and I'm going to get at the top 3 elites in a second, buddy. I didn't forget. I want really badly a super elite Knight Rider. Like, not the Hot Wheels Elite, the Hot Wheels Super Elite, like my DeLorean that lights up and all that. They did Knight Rider that plays the theme music and everything, guys. The inside of it all lights up and everything. The last time I seen one on Marketplace, it was $2,000. Like, that's like, I want that bad, guys. To me, it's the coolest thing on the planet. But this is my thought on this stuff. My car is sitting outside. If that costed $1,000 in 2009, and it looked good when I got it, like, but you guys have seen pictures when I got it. It does not look like it does now. Okay. I've been driving that since 2019. I'm still driving it. It puts food on my table. So for me to spend double that on something to look at, like, and you guys know I love this stuff, but for me to spend double that, my brain just can't do it. Like, it gets to a certain cutoff point where it's like, even if you did pay that, you're never going to get your money back. Like, let's say you had an emergency. That one thing I tell people about buying stuff as well, you have to think of the exit door as well. Okay. What happens in 6 months if you lose your job and you bought this for $200? Could you get your $200 back? For this, you could in a heartbeat. If I listed this for $200, it's gone in a couple hours. Um, but if I paid $400 for this, I'm going to take a loss. And as collectors, that's something we have to watch. We're not doing. I've done it myself before. Where believe it or not, guys, I've overpaid for stuff before. Um, we catch ourselves doing it. We just have to stop because it'll affect you in the long run. You got to think of your exit door as well. Like, what happens if the day comes and you have to sell the stuff? What happens if you wake up one day, you just don't love it anymore? You know what I mean? You want to get into fishing instead. You got to make sure that you're going to get your money, at least your money back out of it. You make a couple bucks off it, awesome. But you have to make sure that you're getting your investment back. Otherwise, it's not a good thing. You got to at least get your money back. And that's for a car that you haven't beat up and all that stuff. Like, it's got to be still as good as when you got it. You know what I mean? So yeah, if you pay too much for something, it could hurt you in the long run, not just now. Okay, so I'm gonna get back to the 3 top elite cars before I forget. So the 3 top Hot Wheels elite cars, and this is a tough one because they made the Ferrari Stars collection as well with all of those movie car Ferraris. So my top 3 elites is going to be number 1, the A-Team van. That's the number 1 Hot Wheels elite in my books for what I collect. Number 2, I gotta say the Ecto one because they're the only one that has it in the true 1 of 18 scale. And it comes with accessories and the Hot Wheels Elite Ecto one. They've got that special hinge on the back door. You can open up the back door wide for pictures. The Ertl and the Auto World, it only opens. I don't like that. That's really annoying, actually. But number 2 is the Ecto, and number 3, what would I choose for 3? Wow. Number 3, I'm going to say, oh, it's close, guys. You know what? Number 3, I would say Hot Wheels Elite Ferris Bueller, the one from the Ferrari Star Collection. I was tied up between the Miami Vice. They also did Magnum PI as well for that Ferrari Stars collection. But those are my top 3 picks, I think. The 18 van for Hot Wheels Elite, Ghostbusters Ecto 1 for Hot Wheels Elite, and then Ferris Bueller car, which they did an amazing job with that. Oh, and by the way, somebody asked me what's the top dollar I would pay, and I totally forgot to mention it in the next live. Somebody said, and I believe it might have been Luigi, what's the most I would pay for a Hot Wheels Super Elite Knight Rider? And I thought of a number last night. And this is if I had lots of money. If I had lots of money, the most I'm paying for that is between, I would say, well, the tops, I would pay $600 tops. Not a penny more. I know there's people that are saying you would never get, and I might not ever get one for that. But that's how I do stuff. I'll make myself believe I'll never have the item. And then I'll stumble on it. Like this, the 18 van, I never thought I'd get one of those coming in, guys. Like that's a big deal to me. Yeah, sorry about talking about. I hope this stuff's not boring you guys. I'm just trying to help with purchasing this stuff, getting it because that's the purpose of the channel. We like checking out all these cars, but we want to be able to get the cars without draining your bank account. Build your dream collection on a budget. Like if I started showing you guys my individual cars, saying what I paid for them, some of you guys would probably be like, holy shit. But that's how I do it. And it takes a while to do it like that. It's not an overnight thing because to find deals, it takes some work, right? It took me a while to find my General Elite. And my General Lee, by the way, was on Kijiji when I found it. It wasn't on um, Facebook Marketplace. I've been noticing Kijiji lately. A lot of people are going to Marketplace, and there's a lot of deals on Kijiji. So if you're in Canada, check out Kijiji or check out places like Craigslist and stuff like that. Also, check out flea markets anywhere where there's booths. Um, we got that auto art bullet for $80 in the box a couple weeks ago. It was marked 100. And then Nate said, "Would you take less?" And the guy said, "I'll take $80 for it." So they're everywhere. You just have to. Sometimes it takes some looking. You got to sift through the crap to get the gold, I guess, is what you could say about that. But it pays off. You guys have all seen it in the videos, and I show you guys my losses as well. Like, it's not all sunshine and roses. Like, you guys seen about a month ago, not even a month ago, a couple weeks ago, I drove thinking I was getting a good deal on a loose Fast and Furious Honda Civic. And I got there and it was 1/24 scale. And the guy was still trying to tell me, he was showing me eBay pictures, and I said, "Dude, you're right. They made it in 1/18 scale. This isn't it." Right? Because he was online. It was a mistake. You know what I mean? It sucked that I had to drive 25 minutes each way. And I kind of said to him, like, before listing stuff, you got to be sure. I was showing him how to find information on stuff. But yeah, in the end, he knew that it wasn't what it was. And he actually, it's still listed on Marketplace, but he put the price in half. He thought it was a really expensive car. And I told him, I said, if you had a 1/18 one, you've got a rare one from the Fast and Furious fleet. Even the 1/24s are decent, but you know how I would like to collect the 1/24s, the Euro Fast and Furious? I'd want them with the little figurines still in the box. Those ones I would not take out of the box. I would cut the strap, whatever, but I would leave them right in their little boxes. So stuff like that I would collect, but it would have to be in a box. I would take the bigger one if it was loose and mint, though. But what can you do? Just getting caught up on comments, guys. I paid $40 for a General Lee, maybe. Wow. And thanks for the info on the cooler truck, Ted, because that's something we have never, all the Dukes cars we've ever done here, we have never unboxed a cooler's truck. So thank you. The doors do open and it's got a working tow boom. I did not know the tow boom worked. Avery, looking for another racing champion, thinking about Dom's RX-7 or Brian's. Brian's Yanko is very nice. If you go back, I just did that one not long ago on the channel, and that was very nice. I believe it was Highway 61. Beautiful, though. That was my friend Stretch's car. Believe it or not, I still need Dom's RX-7. I still need, like, I don't want the whole fleet of the Erdl racing champions. Well, if I can collect them all, I will. You know what I mean? But I'm more like, I want the first movie cars the most. Like, I still need to get the green Eclipse, Dom's red RX-7. I need Orange Julius still. The Black Honda, obviously. The Black Honda was one of my favorite cars of the movie because it didn't have all those stickers all over it. But yeah, I still need a few of those, and that's something like the American Graffiti. I'm not trying. Well, American Graffiti Erdl, now I'm invested. I want to get the whole collection of them. But Fast and Furious, if I can, I will. I just won't pay arms and legs for cars that I'm not really into. It's the first movie ones, and those are the ones that everyone's after. Even that green Eclipse is fetching some bucks now. I was seeing them for 125, like not even 2 years ago, everywhere, and now they're fetching good money. I still kick myself. I missed those Hondas. Usually go for about $200. There's one sitting on Marketplace in the box for $200. It's been on there for months. Okay, there was another one for 200. The guy dropped the price to 150, and this is where it's not all sunshine and roses, and I miss sometimes too. But the guy dropped it to 150 and it was up there for about a week at 150. And I said, you know what? I'm going to grab this. I'm getting paid in 2 days. Nobody else wants it. I'll take it. I wasn't planning to grab it because it was out of the way, guys, but I thought I'm going to get this car. Sold. So yeah, it even happens to me, guys. And that's why I post my losses too. That way you guys know it happens to all of us. Like I've overpaid myself. I've gotten bad deals myself. The only thing that hasn't happened to me, knock on the plasticky wood table, is get ripped off for money, like e-transferring, whatever. But people, when you e-transfer, I gotta say, I research the crap out of the people. Like I will even type their names into Facebook because you could see if they've been in any scam posts. Like if somebody has scammed somebody and people made a post, type their name in the search and you could see everything about them. And I don't send too much money. You know what I mean? So there's rules about that as well. Sorry, guys, we just got to talk about strategy sometimes. And hello, Glenn. Yeah, the original thing crashed on us. The wild thornberries. Yeah, you told me about the thornberries. Jimmy, you try to work that in Paris. Bad guys. Toy Story, Jungle Book, Ted, and Speed Trap. I'm going to start checking some of those out, Louise. Luigi, high model car. Well, I found pretty good deals at flea markets. Oh, well, Luigi, thank you for helping out your fellow buddy over in Quebec. That's what we love to see, helping each other. And don't worry, buddy, you watch a movie, you're here for fun. Okay, just getting caught up. Okay, yeah, and you getting the Auto World Ted for $40 at a flea market, even if it was years ago, that's phenomenal because I believe they were new to buy them. They were about double that, if I'm not mistaken. So you got it for less than retail cost. So there's no way you're beating that. There's no way I'll ever beat that. I thought when I got my Auto Art Bullet for 100 in the box and I had to drive an hour, that was never going to be topped. But then Nate finds one for 80. So yeah, the deals are out there. It's just a matter of sifting through garbage to get to the gold. And I hope that this strategy talk doesn't bore you guys because, like I said, it's important. We all love the cars and stuff like that. But there's a strategy. If you do the strategy, you'll be able to get them for a lot cheaper. Several of you guys I'm very proud of because you guys will message me, show me stuff that you found, and you guys are killing it on Marketplace. And I love that. I've also got messages from you guys, strangers sometimes, telling me about how I've helped you build your collection, stuff like that. I love helping out like that. And I want to see you guys do good. I don't want to see anybody paying too much. Just checking to see if we got a message from our other friend. Sorry, guys. Okay. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Just had to answer somebody. Expecting a message from a friend in a few minutes, and I got to deal with this other guy very, very soon with the Hot Wheels Elite 18 van. Usually we go about an hour, 20 minutes, hour and a half. I'm sorry. I'm actually going to cut it at an hour tonight. I hope you guys can forgive me for that. I just, when there's a big deal like this, I'm anxious. I don't want this guy to message me and I don't get back to him because I'm on here and he's like, oh, he didn't want it. Puts it up for sale and it gets sold, I'm sure that's not going to happen, but I just like to take care of business and close it. And that's another thing before I let you all go for the night, guys. Always be closing. I don't know if you've seen that. I was in sales for years, believe it or not, guys, and I was good at it. Not face to face sales, over the phone. Those are actually tough. Um, a movie that we were shown by a boss one day is called Glengarry Glen Ross, and it's about these guys working in like a boiler room almost, making telemarketing, selling insurance, whatever. And the big shot comes in, which is one of those brothers. What's his name? Um, Baldwin. And he starts just yelling at them to pump them up to start getting them sales and stuff. And one of the things he starts yelling is ABC, always be closing. Always try to get the deal closed. And when I say closed, once your money's put on the deal, it's yours. There's no selling it out from under you or anything. So no matter what, always get it closed, or else somebody else will get it closed on you, and you don't want that. So that's my most important tip, other than being patient. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed it tonight. I'm just going to pop in and make sure I'm not missing anybody here in the comments before we go. And thank you guys for being patient with that screw up earlier. That was on my end and it won't happen again. It's because I clicked end stream and I should have left it live, went over and reconnected it. So that's my fault. And thank you, Ted. I will keep you posted, my friend. You will see it. And yeah, Nate, I'm sure it's going to be fine. The only thing that would screw this up at this point is, like I said, if the banks went down or something and this guy was like, oh, you can't e-transfer me, forget it. You know what I mean? But it looks like everything's good. Oh, Avery with a question before we go. I'm thinking of buying a Mega Knight Rider. Mega. I would pick up the diecast one first, the Joyride one. I do have one tip before I go for that, Avery. 1 second. So if it's possible, when you get your Knight Rider by Joyride, okay, now this is another case where Hot Wheels Elite makes a better car, but I don't got like $500 falling out of my bum, so I got the Joyride, okay? I made mine talk, actually, if you guys remember in a video with a voice chip. My Knight Rider actually talks. Probably battery dead, though, but... yeah, battery's dead. But I have this on the bottom of the car. You press a button and he talks and everything. So, this is the Joyride, okay? When I got this, mine was mint, sealed in the box. If you guys go back almost 2 years... I went on a road trip and got myself this and got Glenn his General Lee. It was sealed in the box. I got them both for $500 because I bought both at once. The guy was asking he started out asking like $700 for the General Lee, and then over a month he went down to $300. When I got to $300, I messaged him, and then the guy says, I've got Knight Rider here. I'd sell both for $250. So I got Knight Rider. But one trick that a lot of people do not know, and I believe I was just talking to somebody about this actually, it might have been Model Car Vault. So you see the lights on the front of this car, guys? So my Knight Rider is a first release, okay? This is Joyride first release. Those orange lights on the end of the car there on the corners, those are not accurate. They're not screen accurate. They shouldn't be orange, okay? Luckily, Joyride did something that they don't usually do, and they did a second run of these, and they corrected that. Okay, now is it a huge deal or a deal breaker if you find one like this in the box for a killer? No, grab it. Absolutely grab it. A lot of people don't even know about that. I was told about it myself. So far, 3 people that I know bought loose ones. Giuliano bought a mint loose one. Glenn bought a mint loose one. And Collector Car Vault bought a new one. Or a loose one, rather. And all 3 of those guys lucked out and had the clear lights on the corner. So they got the more accurate second release. This is a first release right here. So if you can, get that second release, because unlike mine, it'll be more accurate to the show. And the 3 3/4 inch Michael Knight figure made by Super 7 Reaction, I believe, or whatever that company is. They go perfect with this 3 3/4 inch, about G.I. Joe size. So I hope that helps you, Avery. Make sure we're not missing anybody else. Kevin Killjoy, hey buddy. How are you doing, Kevin? We got a big one coming in. Anyway, guys, so we don't lose that big one. And Kevin, we're just ending it, but if you go back in the stream, I talk all about it. We're getting a Hot Wheels Elite 18 van in the box. So very exciting, guys. Do me a favor on your way out, smash like for me, because that really does keep me motivated when I see people like my stuff. Because I remember when I started out, boy, if my video got 1 or 2 likes on it, I was like, wow. Because it takes, and I admit it takes a lot to me to click like, but I'm better at it now. If I like a video, I click like. So everyone click like for me. Subscribe if you haven't. You know already you do. You know it's good content. You know you're going to save money watching me. So hit subscribe. Hit the bell notification. And you know what I'm going to say, guys. You know what I'm going to say. I always say it, guys. Stay safe. Happy hunting. And be patient. Don't pull the trigger too quick.